right, you made it to level 3. This is advanced cylinder drawing. And so in our previous videos, we have moved from a single cylinder to multiple cylinders in an overlapping position. Okay, and these could go on more and more and more, just like a set of bowling pins or something. But now we're going to take this cylinder form and we're going to just take it to the next level. Okay, and so basically, you need to understand before we do this next project is foreshortened circle, a circle that's been turned on its side and is squished and distorted, and we want to draw a circle like that. And so we created a foreshortened circle, right? And that's how we made our three-dimensional looking cylinders. And of course, we added shading and a light source, so we knew where the shadows were. Now we're going to step this up, and we're going to take our cylinders, and we're going to create a series of these cylinders that are overlapping into the distance, you see. But these are different looking cylinders, as you can see. These are more free-form cylinders. These are a little more organic looking. And so I'll show you how to create these. Basically, it's still in our foreshortened circle form with a squished object, except we have a lot more curves on these. You can see we have our two basic curved cylinder here. See our foreshortened circles right in here. Okay, but then these ones have 1, 2, 3 curve on that one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 curves on this one. And some of them might even step up into the 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 curves if you can really want to push it that far. All right, so how did we do this? All right, we're going to start by creating these cylinders first. So let me show you what the idea is behind these cylinders. So if this is our basic foreshortened circle with our drop edges, okay, and of course we have that curved base down here, but on this particular drawing, we're not going to be super concerned with the base of our image, okay? This is going to go away. And so what we're going to do is change this. So we have the same curve, only we're going to add another one. See that? And so this is still our basic foreshortened circle, except I added some curves to it, right? And then you can even take this a step further. I could do my curves over here. See, this is still a squished object. You don't want to let this get dragged out like this. You want to make it nice and squished. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different curves on this that I'll have to deal with my edges, right? And I'm going to flip this over so you can see what it looks like the other way around. So if I do a big curve underneath, the smaller ones up top, okay, these are kind of like puddle tops or something. So how does this work? So just like we found the edges of this cylinder's top, the top of this foreshortened circle, this is just a foreshortened organic shape, okay, a free-form shape. And so all we got to do is find these edges, these curves. And I'll start with the bottom one first. And I'm going to take this edge, just like my regular cylinder, and I'm just going to drop it. Okay, so you can kind of look at this as two attached cylinders together. And I'll drop this line behind, okay, this one behind, that one stops there, and then straight down, okay, and so there's one. And of course I would go in through here and I'd add my shadows and my nooks and cranny here. I get my edge shading and all that, okay, but I'm not going to keep on to we'll do that later. Right, on this one, same idea, except for the back side is bigger. So the front side continues to go down, just as any other one would go. Okay, but then these ones, they're not going to stop on the back side like this one did. These ones just keep going too. And so once you hit that line, that's where you stop. Do this one here. Did I hit a line on this side? No, I'll just go all the way to the bottom of the page because you can see. So these are just cylinder towers. And then once again, I would go through here and add my shadows into my nooks and my crannies. Get this all nice and shaded in to feel more realistic. All right, now it's the top one here. Same thing once again, find those curves. Looks like I got 3 curves on here. So I just need to drop those edges. 1, 2, 3, right? And then once again, shading. Always with the shading. You can't draw 3D without shadows. That's kind of what makes things look 3D on a flat surface. Remember that, right? And so I will start to push all those values, create my shadows. Okay, and so I'll just drag these over and shade these just like any normal cylinder. Okay, except these are different cylinders. They have organic tops, and then we can use this method to now create the overall look of this. So I'll start at the bottom of my paper. Right, let me kick out a notch here. Right, and I will just start with the basic cylinder so we get the first one in here. So we'll just start with 2 curves. Okay, and then just keep it simple. Let's do a second one. Let's do 3 curves. So it's 2, 3. Right, kind of like a little artist palette. Right, you can imagine a little paint things on here. Keep this squished. One of the mistakes that I see a lot of kids make on this is they'll make this shape correct, but they'll do it like this. All right, and that's similar to the shape before, but look how stretched out this is now. We want to squish this. So a better way to do this in the same shape would be like this. So we want even more of a tilt, even more of a foreshortening on this look. Okay, can this work? Sure, absolutely. This will do. However, as we move further back the page, you're not going to see the tops of these things. So you're going to need to get comfortable with taking something that's we're looking from above and turning it so we can see it more on its side as it moves into that distance. And that's the goal here, is to create the illusion of distance, depth. All right, so there's my 1, 2, 3 curved. Let's do a 4 curver. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? If the 4 curve is too intense for you, too much, don't drive yourself crazy. Get a couple of these going first, and then when you feel comfortable, attempt one of these. So I'll go ahead and do another one. Okay, really keep them squished. That one might even be getting a little tall. And also, don't be afraid to bring these in from the edge. So maybe this is a piece of a bigger world out there. This, curve this. I can even curve right there. So we'll see what that looks like. Kind of made up a new one. Right? And then just keep going into the distance. It's over. These are going to be overlapping cylinders, but these are much different. Let's put one right here. Right? And you can really go crazy if you want to. Let's do a crazy one here. Right? Right there. Whoo, how many curves we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 curves. Okay, that's probably good right there. Let's stop. All right, now we got to get our drop lines. All right, we're not doing the bases of these cylinders. They're going down into the distance this way, but they're also going down and out into the distance that way. So we're creating 2 depths, both into the distance and down. Okay, so let's do that. Find the edges of your foreshortened shapes and just drop those lines straight down. See that? Same with this one. Find those edges, drop those lines straight down. Okay, got one in the back. Don't forget. Get them all. Right? Straight down. And if you got one that goes right in between, even better. Bring that one straight down too. Okay. Straight down. This one goes, ooh, we might just go right past that. That's okay. That'll work. This one. This one. That's going to stop right there. And this one. This one's just barely hanging over, so that'll go right past that line. This will go right past that one. Go. Right here. Here. Right here. All those ones. Ooh, I like that one. There. Here. Right there. All right, and now this one. Let's tackle this one. This will be fun. We got first cylinder. Ooh, this one's going to go right past. Then we got the backside cylinder. Next one, and the next one. And then we'll get the back side of this over here, there, and right there. All right, and there is all these cylinders. I have a lot of shading to do, so I'll go ahead and let you to it. If you want to keep going, you can take this all the way into the very far distance here. Maybe think about size. You could do some smaller as they get further back, and also think about taking these right off the side of the page. And then if you can come up with a new version of this, that's fun too. You can throw those in here as well. And go ahead and add all your shadows and shading, and let's see what kind of a world you can create. Have fun.